A very good morning to all of you. Today I am going to cover a very important section of Ielts, which is the reading section. In this particular section, I am going to give you some of the most important tips while answering short answer type questions. But before that, let us just brush up what is Ielts, how many questions are there in the reading section, what are the types of Ielts. IELTS is International English Language Testing System. It is given by students who wants to go and study abroad, and it is given by people who want to go abroad and work. Now IELTS is of two types, IELTS General and IELTS Academic. Now let's move on further. I am going to discuss about the reading section, that too about the short answer type questions. So let's just start. Reading section is of 60 minutes. I am repeating myself. Reading section is of 60 minutes and there are total 40 questions. Students, you should be very much familiar with the pattern of Ielts, with the format of Ielts to understand the basics. If you are going to learn from in between in a haphazard manner, you are not going to understand anything. So to reach at a level, to reach that band 9, we have to start from the beginning. That is why in all my videos I always cover the basic points. I start from the beginning so that you don't forget about the facts about the format of IELTS. So let's continue. Reading section of IELTS is for 60 minutes. It has got 40 questions. It has 3 passages. How many passages are there? There are 3 passages. Anyone is having an idea how many words are there in these passages in total? How many words you are going to read during the time limit, during the time frame of 60 minutes? Well, there are approximately 900 words in each of these passages, and in total you are going to read 2700 words. Now, the next important point, from where these passages are taken and what kind of passages are these? Are these relevant? For students who are going for academic purpose, they are going to be very beneficial, they are relevant, but they are not individually related. They are not person to person dependent. These paragraphs, they are taken from magazines, journals, books or newspapers, and they are basically scientific, factual. They can be discursive, descriptive or analytical. Now, the next thing. When I start reading, what am I supposed to do first? Am I supposed to start reading the passage abruptly? Am I supposed to follow certain instructions? Well, yes. Read the instruction carefully. I am repeating my words. Read the instructions carefully. It is very, very important. If it is written, write not more than 2 words, or write not more than 3 words. That is the key word. You don't have, and that is actually going to help you in predicting the answers, because you don't have to exceed the word limits. So reading the instruction is very, very, very important. What is the second step? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to jump to the paragraphs and start reading after? Okay, fine, I read the instructions, I read the thing. What am I supposed to do next? The next step is read the questions first. Yes, you heard me right. You are supposed to read the questions first in the short answer type questions of reading section. And then we are going to go to the paragraphs. Now tell me one thing. There are 60 minutes, fine. There are 40 questions. Am I supposed to give equal weightage of time to all the 3 passages? Absolutely no. You are not supposed to give equal time to all the 3 passages. The reason behind this is the passages are in the order of difficulty. This means the first passage is going to be the easiest, the next one is going to be a little more tough, and the last passage, the third passage, is going to be the toughest one. So how much of time should I devote to each of this passage? You should devote 15 minutes to the first passage, 20 minutes to the next one, and 25 minutes to the last passage. Shall I repeat myself? 15 minutes to the first one, 20 minutes to the next passage, and 25 minutes to the last most difficult passage. And always remember that if you're not knowing the answer, if you're not able to predict the answer, then go to the next one. Don't give more than 1 minute to each question, and answer the easier questions first. Then go to the next question. Now fine, I read the instructions, I read the question. Now I'm going to the passages. How am I supposed to read the passage? The first thing is, a passage is divided into three parts. The first part is the introduction, the second part is the body, and the third part is the conclusion of a passage. This passage is supported by supporting sentences. Again, I am repeating myself. The first part is the body, the first part is the introduction, the second part is the body, and the third part is the conclusion of a passage. In between there are supporting sentences. So am I supposed to read in this manner only? The introduction, then the body, then the conclusion? No. I am repeating myself. The first step is read the instructions, the second step is read the questions, the third step is come to the passage and then read the introduction. Yes, we are going to read the introduction, but then here we are not going to the body, we are going to the conclusion. Now why we are going to the conclusion? So that whenever we are reading a book, if we or if we are seeing a movie, what we usually do, we see the introduction, we get the preface idea what the movie is all going to be about, and then we see the end, we read the last few pages, and then we have a fair idea that what is the topic about, so that we can predict the answers related to the questions. That is why the answers will be certain the answers will be there with a certainty. So we will be reading the introduction first, then the conclusion, and then the body. Now the next part, how am I supposed to read? Am I supposed to read word by word, giving am I supposed to understand the passage? No. The passage is of no relevance to you. You're not supposed to understand the passage. There are basically two techniques. One is skimming, the other one is scanning. Skimming and scanning. Now let me explain you what is skimming. In skimming, we avoid back skipping. In skimming, we avoid back skipping. What is back skipping? Now when we read, we are supposed to read in a fluent manner, we are supposed to read in a speedy manner, and we are not supposed to go back. Suppose I am reading and I am not able to understand a word, I am not going to stay at that word, I am not going to back jump at that word, and I am not going to think about that word. I am just going to read at a glance, reading at a quick pace. This is basically skimming. Either you can do skimming. The next technique is scanning. What am I supposed to do in scanning? In scanning, I can scan for the keywords. Underline the word, scan for the keywords. Read the questions. In the question, certain words will be there. Some location, date, timings, name of a person. Now scan for those words, scan for the main information, and underline those keywords from the paragraph. In this manner, you will be able to understand and answer the question in the reading section of Ielts, and then move on to the next passage, the second passage, and then consecutively to the third passage. So this was all for today. I hope you find this information very relevant, crisp and useful. My next video, I'll be bringing some more important topics. I'll be covering some of the very important topics of Ielts. Till then, stay tuned, stay connected, and please, the key to success for Ielts is practice, because practice makes a man successful. Practice makes a man perfect. Thank you.